everybody. So, as you might see, you might be, you might see this video called Lampiño and be like, "Who the hell is that?" And then realize, "Oh, it's just Raging Wukong." I'm gonna be giving you the brief history and the reason why I'm doing it, and if it will stay or not. So we're gonna start with the brief history. So, I have a Spanish class, and we all had to pick a name. Luckily, since at the beginning of the year I was a weird kid, that's not the lucky part. But the teacher didn't care if I had a name. She was just asking students, and students didn't think they could get away with just not having a name. I was being ballsy and said, I don't want a name, and the teacher said, okay. Over the time, one of my friends said, hey, you should make your Spanish name your Nintendo account name, which I've been trying to work on to record and stream my Nintendo gameplay, but it's not going so well. Anyway, so I've been just kind of thinking like, oh, that'd be cool, because the reason, maybe if you've seen my Discord account, maybe you haven't, but Steam started me out by changing names. You may notice some YouTubers who used to stream CSGO and other games on that play Steam, you may notice that their name changes over and over. Sometimes that's just so that people can't always recognize them and they can just get content without fans splooging all over them. But it's mainly because people like to change up their names in hilarious ways. And I did it too, in hilarious ways. Right now I have a really funny name for mine, and I've been thinking about changing it. But that's the thing, Steam really got me into changing my name and changing a lot. And so after being told by my friend that I should change to my Spanish name, I was like, I don't have one. And he's like, oh, you should get one. So I was like, so one day, like this is like 4 days later, because I didn't really care that he said I should get one because I thought Spanish names were stupid. But 4 days later, I was like, you know what? Instead of having just some boring name, because she gave us a paper with just basic names that you would actually name a child, I looked up funny names, funny Spanish names, and Lampiño came up. And the definition for Lampiño, and I'm just gonna tell you now, it means hairless in Spanish. And so if you ever look up my name, you might see other accounts called El Lampiño. Some people actually have the last name of Lampiño, so that's kind of sad. But some YouTube channels are called Lampiño and other this, because they're probably a barbershop or something. Anyway, so I found Lampiño, and I told my teacher, I'm going to be Lampiño. And then even my Spanish teacher, who was born in a Spanish-speaking country, she's like, what does that mean? I was like, oh, I thought you would know, because she's usually the goofy type, she laughs at a lot of things. But so I had to tell her, and she did like it, So I told her my name stand for hairless. And so I put it as my Nintendo account, and it stayed for a while. And I as I start to look at it more, I start to like the name more. Not because it means hairless, but because it just sounds like a cool, out of touch name. Now we're going to get into why I did it. Well, I already kind of described why I did it. Fuck, I can't remember what I was talking about. What were those 3 things I was going to say? First one was all about the brief history. Second one was why I did it. Why I'm doing it is because of Steam making me change my name a lot, so I got used to that. But I did it because Raging Wukong started out as my first name. On this YouTube account, I was going to use my anger issues to get content. But sadly, YouTube isn't, well, at the beginning of a YouTube channel, you're not very push forward to upload as much. You know, there has to be something driving you forward, or you're just pushing yourself and pushing yourself. And sometimes, even I felt that way. This is why I don't publish very much, because it's just I feel no reason to put effort in, even though I had little effort put in because I didn't know how to edit. I didn't, how to put good music in the background. A lot of things. But I'm getting into that kind of stuff because I want to try and put effort in to see if that will build a community. But the reason I want Lampiño is not because, well, it is because I want to build a community. If you look at other YouTubers, you look at how they have a unique name and a unique kind of playing base. Some people just put their normal name in, and that's unique because that's their own name. There's a YouTuber called Ted Navision. I don't think I'm saying it right, but he just put in his full name. No one else is gonna have that full name except for someone that's probably in a totally different state across the country from him, or across the globe. You never know. Here's a Call Me Carson guy. He just put Call Me Carson. It's kind of unique. Raccoon Eggs. Yeah, I've never seen that name before. Wilbur Soot. Never heard that before. And then the OG guy, PewDiePie. Felix himself has a unique name. So late nights I usually can't sleep because of this quarantine thing, because I messed up my sleep schedule. Because right now I'm kind of recording at 1 a.m., but we don't talk about that. But I've just been thinking to myself, should I change the name? Because over time, Raging Wukong advanced from just me, because I wasn't recording any more of my anger issues, because my anger issues have actually died down. I actually am a lot more calmer, but there are some videos where I do get angry, because anger issues is going to stay there and they're hard to control. But over time, I've just made Raging Wukong into a character. As if you can see on my YouTube account, my channel banner is just the Perfection Boom original art. Now, we have made a lot of changes. The art is a lot different now, but I kept it because I like it. You know what I mean? I like how it looks. I like the original. It reminds me of a simpler time. Before, when I was just a kid having fun with friends, wanting to make content for fun. But now as we grow older, we want to make this actually a business. So it's changing a lot. But Raging Wukong is no longer me. Raging Wukong is a character. Raging Wukong is part of a character. Wukong is one of many characters I have. I have a lot of characters. I don't have my phone on me right now, but I have so many characters based around Wukong. Well, they are Wukong, but in different formations. There's a Wukong that lives through war on Earth all the time. There's a Wukong that is learned to only see competition and never, laugh at anything, because he's just lost basic things anyway. And then there's a funny Wukong, basically like a Deadpool, but more godlike and more people, and then there's the Wukong in Perfection Boom that is a lot different. He's a researcher. He likes to explore different worlds, and he likes to get to know them. And that's why he joins the gang of 4 other guys on this adventure, because he just wants to learn more about it. And I have tons of more Wukong ideas. I even have an idea that's not even part of Wukong universe, but it has been thought, some of my friends have thought we should put it in the universe of like Perfection Boom, because Perfection Boom isn't in one universe. They go to different universes, so they just move around a lot. And one of the universes is this black teenager that I've been thinking of. I don't know a good name yet. I think the best name I've ever come up with was Born in the Crime, because it's about a kid being born in Baltimore and he grows up to be a gangbanger, and his first person he kills is some fat kid walking out of an apartment, basic apartment from Baltimore, and he kills him. And he gets a rush, and then, I don't want to tell you the ending because I think the ending's really cool and stuff. But he does kind of go on a rampage and builds himself up. Anyway. Sorry, I got sidetracked. But, Raging Wukong became such a character that it no longer felt me. I no longer felt like I was Raging Wukong. It felt like Raging Wukong was this whole person without me. So I've just kept on thinking I should probably change the name. But I always said no, because it's my first name ever and I want to keep it like that, I want to be, I don't know, at 1 million subscribers, look at the name and remember where I came from. But sometimes I feel like you have to change to become bigger. So Lampiño is going to be a name that I don't know if I'll be able to keep. In my opinion, I hope to keep it forever. But if it just doesn't stick, then I'm going to change it back to Raging Wukong. I still got the old photo. Well, actually, it's new because my friend made it. But I still got the photo that I was using, and I can just retype Raging Wukong. It's not that hard. But the reason I want to change it is because I want to be different now. I'm no longer a raging monkey king, That's a character now. That is not me anymore. I have to create this own person that I am. I'm already a person. I need to make a name for myself. I think it's too bland already. There's already higher up people that already succeed because they just have their basic name in. So you'll just remember them for their name. If I put my name in, that won't make me popular. I know changing to Lampiño won't make me popular. But hopefully that Lampiño will strike me as a way to make progressive content, make better content, make more uploads, since quarantine has got us inside a lot more. I can stream a lot more, record a lot more. I have been thinking of making a video of just doing schoolwork, but anyway, if it doesn't stick, if you guys want it to stay, leave in the comments. If you don't want it to stay, tell me in the comments. Like and dislike it if you want. But changing to Lampiño, I hope this change won't be a bad one. It'll be a good one. And hopefully that Lampiño will stick. In my opinion, I hope it sticks. And another reason why I wanted to change it, I've thought about it way before I made Raging Wukong a character. I'm just going to start saying Wukong. But before I made Wukong a character, I originally tried telling my friends and people I met in games, my YouTube channel is Raging Wukong. That's such a long name. They're like, okay, I got Raging, but how do you spell Wukong? People usually don't understand that because it's not a common name you hear in English. Well, not Lampiño isn't either, but it's obviously just one word. It's pretty short, and hopefully it strikes attention. Because usually what you want to see in people is... What you want to strike in people is attention. Thumbnails and YouTube videos do it, but sometimes even your channel photo, and name can catch a person's name idea of you. Like maybe, I don't know. Let's say call me Carson. He has a photo of himself and he says call me Carson. So you get a general idea that his name is Carson, and he's not a he was like that basic YouTuber that never decided to change to make it an interesting name. Well, anyway, that has to wrap it up. Raging Wukong, if it ever does come back, I hope you guys will like it. If you guys like the new name, I'm glad to hear that because I really like Lampiño. But looking at it now, it does kind of make me fearful that profile picture of an amiibo I made to show what Lampiño would look like. I feel like people would just say, "Oh, that's just some low YouTube channel," because there's a lot of YouTube channels that have stupid photos and some interesting names, but they're not very interesting themselves. The profile picture is usually basic, so hopefully what I'm doing, it doesn't give off that vibe. But anyway, I digress. And I am going to be uploading a Dead by Daylight video soon. I have it all edited. I just need to get it onto my PC, download it to a full MP4. I think that's the right one. Anyway, thanks guys for tuning in. I know it's been 17 minutes, but thanks for listening, and hopefully the name sticks.